Hi, welcome to my video on how to draw a touch of stars. You just need your basic tools, a ruler, compass, and pencil. First decide the radius of the circle that you would like. I chose 4 centimeters. And just pick a point in the middle of your paper and draw the circle. From there, you want to draw a line down the center of your paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough that you know that this is a line vertical down. Then you take their compass with the same radius, make sure you don't adjust the compass, and put the point at the top of the circle where the line intersects the circle. And then draw 2 points just on either side of the circle where your compass intersects the circle. And do it on the bottom again, just like this. Then you'll take your compass, same radius, and put it on those point that you just drew, and go towards the outside of the circle and draw a relatively long line. Then do it again, just so that these 2 points that you just drew intersect each other. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side of the piece of paper. And what you're doing is you're finding the horizontal center of your circle. So you're going to take these 2 points. I'm going to just show you here with my pencil. I'm going to put 2 points down. And then you're going to draw a line from point to point. You'll notice that it goes right through the center of your circle that you drew. And then you want to take your compass again, and you're going to, same radius, and you're going to put it on the first line there, and you're just going to draw a point on either side of the circle, just like we did before, and do it on both sides, or just the one side. And then you're going to draw a line down from those 2 points that you just drew. And this is going to find the center there for your next circle. So put your point on that new line in the center, find or change the radius of your compass so that it fits. I can make this circle here, and you're going to draw this small circle. Then you're going to put your compass down on the bottom point down there, and you're going to change the compass radius until it hits just the point of the circle that you just drew. And then what you're going to draw is kind of like a half circle down on the bottom here. So it just hits that other circle you drew. And then you're going to keep your point down on the bottom there, but you're going to change your radius so that it touches the top part of the upper circle that you just drew, as I'm showing you here. And what you're going to want to do is just make sure it just touches it a little bit, and then you're going to draw this half type of circle on the top. And what you've done is you've found the points of your star. So each point where these new lines that you found intersect, draw a point, just like I'm doing here, and one at the very top. And those are the points of your 5-point star. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to connect the lines up. So from here to here is the top portion of your star. These are the 2 legs that make the bottom portion. And then connect the two horizontal ones up there, and you'll get your full star. Just like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this just so you can see it better, because there's so many lines on there at the moment. So the interesting thing is that this isn't like an actual perfect star. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just take these 5 points in this hexagon here, and I'm going to connect them up to make another star. And this one's going to be upside down from the one you just drew. But the best thing is that the hexagon inside this star makes the perfect points to draw another star. So that's what I do, is I'm drawing one more here, and then inside this one I just drew, I'm going to do one more small one, just so it's going to be right way up. And you'll notice that it's slightly off center, so somewhere along the way something went slightly off when I was drawing it, but in the long run your eye doesn't notice it once all the lines are gone and you can't see that center point of where you drew your outer circle. So there you go. That is your star within a star and a star. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing the outer portions of this mandala that I drew. So take your compass and put it back to the original 4 centimeter radius, or whichever one you choose, and draw half circles at each point of the star that you have already drawn. And just enough draw the lines of the circle so that they touch the inner circle that you've drawn here. All right, and from there I decided I wanted a little bit more detail. So what I did is I decided I wanted to draw a smaller circle within all of these circles that was just slightly smaller. And so I chose 3.5 centimeters, and you'll see here I'm just measuring it out on my compass there. And then I'm just going to draw them in each of the 5 circles here. And for a little bit more detail, I decided I was going to draw a couple more curves in here. So what I did is I put my compass on that circle and just measured it out to the edge of that inner circle that I drew, and drew these small curves here on each of the inner points of the star where the hexagon is inside the star. And then I decided to draw one more inner circle. And what I did here is I just picked that point where we drew that upper curved point up through the circle to find the 2 outer points on the star. And I just put my compass down to that point and drew the circle at that radius. And here I'm just finding the center of the outer circles. So I picked each star point and lined it up with the inner part of the circle, and then drew lines out towards each point so that I would have the center of each of these circles, so that I can start putting some circles in there. And what I did is, you'll see here, I actually get my ruler out to find the center of this line, so that it's so I can find the radius of this circle that I'm going to put in here. And I just measured it out. Best part about the compass is that you only have to do this once, because your compass will be at the right measurement. And then I put them in all 5 of these outer circles. And then from there, what I did is I put a star within each of these 5 circles. So use the same technique that you did to make the inner circle. You find the center horizontal line, find the outer line, draw the smaller circle, then the little half circle at the bottom, and then you find the top portion of that circle and draw that upper curve, and then you just find the points, and there's your star inside. And I just erased all those lines because I had all the points that I needed, and that way it's just much easier to see the star that I'm drawing. And then I wanted one more smaller star within. So that's what I did. I put 5 stars in these outer portions, and just I did originally have to adjust a couple lines. I had a little bit of lines that were off, so I had to go back and erase and do them again. So keep an eye out for that. Sometimes the points just seem to show up in your paper and you think it's the right point, and it ends up not being the right point. So no worries, go back, erase, do it again. It can be a little tedious to do this process over and over again, but the result is really neat. I love the effect, and you get really good at drawing the stars. And once I had that all done, I inked it in. I did it freehand here. You're welcome to use a ruler or put your pen in your compass to draw the curved lines. They'll come out much more smoother than mine did because it's just much more organic. You'll see here that I actually went back and put in a couple more circles around these stars. I decided I wanted a ring around the stars. You can choose whichever radius you want. I just did a couple outer small ones so they look like they ringed in the stars. And then you erase all the rest of your lines, and there you go.